Magic the Gathering and KeyForge. Two games created by the same man. What's the difference? What is KeyForge? Well, what if I told you that KeyForge was created for Richard Garfield to recapture something he feels Magic the Gathering lost long, long ago? Greetings, hatchlings, and welcome to an interesting video I actually didn't think I would be covering, but I did find a very cool little article, just a tiny little thing, from Richard Garfield talking about basically Magic the Gathering and KeyForge, the creation of KeyForge, why it was birthed, the purpose of it, what it brings to the world, and to me, I thought it was worth sharing. Now, I know I have stepped away from Magic the Gathering content. I am no longer a Magic the Gathering creator. I have moved into calling the channel, naming it after myself, and it will be going forward my varied interests. This isn't a gaming channel or anything like that. This is simply me and my interests, friends. So let me clarify for you guys. I don't have any problem with people playing Magic the Gathering. I'm not making any more videos railing on, complaining about the game, any kind of issues. I wish everybody who's playing the game well, enjoy whatever brings you happiness, friends, because I am completely comfortable now talking about other things that drive my passion, and KeyForge is definitely one of those things. So I wanted to share this article on the origin of KeyForge written by Richard Garfield himself, the creator of Magic the Gathering. Now, he starts out by saying, in the early days of trading card games, they were played in many ways, and some of my favorite ways disappeared over time. Among those were sealed deck and league play. Both were awkward to manage because cards had a tendency to get lost in one's collection. Also, players could only play with trusted friends because it was easy to cheat by improving one's deck surreptitiously. And we all know this. We've all heard about the cheaters coming out to pre-releases or other events. They all go out to have a sandwich or have a smoke or whatever, and they come back and all of a sudden, wow, you all seem to have really, really powerful decks. You got a lot of cards in the colors that you're playing. It's really lucky how that happens to you. Event after event, right? So we know what he's talking about here. I've often wondered if I could get back some of that really exciting play, which was characterized by tools that weren't universal. Each player had treasures no other player had, but also had less powerful cards that needed to be used in clever ways to get the most value. One sealed or league deck was never ideal, but it was unique, and there was a great deal of skill in getting the most out of it. I remember these experiences. I remember playing in leagues. I remember the beginning days of Magic when we all had limited access to cards and there was no even ability to go and order things online. You could only use what you were able to scrounge up either through the packs and things you had purchased yourself or through directly trading. So the means were limited in terms of what you could acquire, which I really enjoyed. Now, he continues, while I enjoy constructing or drafting decks, I'm often longing to play cards that are not powerful enough to compete within these formats. When playing with sealed or limited decks, these cards often become viable since you can't just replace them with top tier cards. I find special pleasure in winning a game using cards that many people ignored or overlooked. I've always been attached to good procedurally generated content. Game worlds generated in this way really feel as if they belong to me, the player. I'm discovering them as I play. The designer didn't even know they existed. Often games without such content are extremely managed experiences. Everyone goes through the same storylines and can experience the same gameplay by making the same decisions. Everything they experience feels planned. The contrast feels to me like the difference between exploring a jungle and walking in an amusement park. When trading cards first came out, the feeling was like exploring a jungle. And as the cards became more like commodities, it became more and more like an amusement park. In the amusement park, there are experts telling you how to play the game, the safest strategies, what net decks to use. In the jungle, you have the tools you have. There is every chance that you're going to be the best in the world at playing your decks. You just can't look up what the synergies are or the weaknesses. You will only find out by playing. Welcome to the jungle. Now, I know, obviously, the first thing that's probably going through your heads now is, we got fun and games! Because, I mean, the Guns N' Roses song. It's the first thing. But regardless, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Guns N' Roses. The sentiment behind this speaks to me, boys. And I hadn't realized the feeling that had been lost. But honestly, the way that he describes the concept of this being a jungle versus the shiny, bright, and expensive amusement park that other games have become. And it's true, you go online and there's all kinds of specialists who will tell you, play this deck, avoid these cards, these are the best cards, this is what the meta is, this is what you need to do, here's all the strategy. A lot of exploration, enjoyment, and even personal accountability, in a way, are all just removed. This is grab the weapon that's at hand. You may end up with a table leg, you may have a katana. You have to learn how to cut with that katana or bash with a table leg. That's the situation we're dealing with. And I had the sheer joy of going out to a KeyForge launch event today, and it was a wondrous time of massive exploration. With this game, I haven't gone online to look for a list of cards. I haven't gone online to look for strategies. Not that I'm the type of person who would do that mainly, but I could see myself perhaps dabbling, looking for a bit of information. With KeyForge, I am keeping this journey of discovery, this jungle feel. Now, I have already opened 2 KeyForge decks on this channel, and they are wildly different creatures. Every single KeyForge deck has its own unique kind of personality to it, because no two are constructed identically. And on top of that, you will have optimal cards and suboptimal cards. And just as in real life, you have to make do with what you have. There's no changing it. I genuinely enjoy that. This article speaks so much to me. I understand how he feels because I started way back in the day when you couldn't even go online for information. You had to go on a journey of discovery, and resources were limited just by the nature of distribution. So for me, KeyForge really does offer the opportunity to travel back in time to the beginning days of Magic the Gathering and recapture the magic that I felt then. Now, as I said before, I'm not here to crap on Magic the Gathering. If you enjoy the game, more power to you. It brought me a lot of joy in my life. I'm simply done with it, and I'm totally comfortable with that. I'm having a great time with KeyForge, and I'm looking forward to exploring other games as well, because life is short, and you have to just grab it and hug it and squeeze all the fun out of it. You give me that fun, life. Give me that fun, and give me your wallet. That's what you got.